Goodbye, dear Resonator. I am the Shorekeeper, and you've come here seeking guidance on the waves of fate, the characters drawing near in our world. Allow me to share my insights. I'll speak of those approaching now: Augusta, Carlotta, myself, Luno, and Ciacoona in the next phase. Then, I'll also touch on whether to hold your Astrite for the horizons beyond, where Galbrena Qiuyuan await. First, Augusta, the radiant electro-broadblade wielder. New to our shores, in version 2.6's first phase, she's a fierce main DPS, swift and unyielding, chasing down foes with electric fury. Her playstyle is exhilarating, self-shielding for those intense battles. And she pairs wonderfully with flexible teams, even free-to-play ones like those using more Tefi. And if you already have Frolova, then you can form a premium team with her. If your team composition lacks a strong electro anchor, or if you crave high damage bursts against bosses, pull for her. She's S-tier value right now, especially if you plan to complement her with heavy attack supports later. But if your teams are already electrified, she might not be essential, save if her aesthetics don't call to you. Next, Carlotta, the Glacio pistol user, returning in the same phase, a dependable DPS. Since her debut earlier this year, she freezes enemies in place, excelling in single target takedowns and holding her own in crowds with smart positioning. Easy to master once you grasp her rotations. She's F2P friendly and scales beautifully with investments like her signature weapon. If you need a Glacio powerhouse for hyper carry setups or just enjoy her ceiling potential, she's another S-tier pick. She's versatile with teammates like Jeji for amplification and Shorekeeper for healing and buffs. Pull if your Glacio teams feel lacking, but she's not as universal as some supports. And then there's me, the Shorekeeper, a Spectro rectifier, healer and buffer, also retuned in phase 1.6. Provide ample healing to keep your team afloat, protection from fatal blows, and critical buffs through my stellar realm that elevate any ally's damage. Crit rate, crit damage, even overall amplification, a universal placeholder for nearly any composition. If your squad struggle with survival or need that extra edge in the tower or endgame challenges, prioritize me above all in this phase. I'm essential for new players, or those building multiple teams. But if you already have me, or a solid healer like Verena, you might skip to conserve resources. Moving to phase 2. Luno, the fresh Aero Gauntlet user. She's a luxury support, specializing in heavy attack buffs, up to 50% damage boosts, and some healing, making her ideal for DPS like Qiuyuan, Phoebe, or even Augusta. If your playstyle revolves around heavy hitters, she's a premium choice with long-term value, allowing deep investments. She's fun if her kit clicks, but niche Mortifi can substitute an F2P who is holding a placeholder. Pull if you want to future-proof heavy attack teams, but she's skippable if you're not committed to that niche. Ciacoona, the aero pistol returnee in phase 2. She's a niche enabler, boosting erosion and specific setups like Cartothea hypercarries, or Phoebe teams with her spectral frazzle and multi-wave utility. Best in slot for Carthethia mains, and she shines in quirky comps like Arrow Rover, A+ tier for those with matching units, as she amps damage significantly in the right hands. If you're investing in those characters, grab her. Her signature weapon is a boon. Otherwise, she's not a must-have. Prioritize Luno if you're choosing one from this phase, as Ciacoona now is only limited to Carthethia. On waiting for the future tides, Galbrena Qiuyuan, slated for version 2.7. Galbrena appears to be a fusion DPS with self-synergies, boasting high damage boosts up to 120%, fusion and independence from echo-heavy teams. She pairs perfectly with Qiuyuan, who seems like her dedicated support, an arrow sword wielder offering interrupt resistance, buffs, and versatility, even DPS potential at higher constellations. Qiuyuan fits Froliver teams too, making him broadly useful. If you're low on Astrite, or prefer fusion divided by arrow elements, holding off could be wise. These two form a potent duo for endgame. But if your current teams are weak, or you love the 2.6 lineups playstyles, don't wait. The meta shifts, but strong units like us endure. Dear one, pull with your heart and your needs in mind. If resources are scarce, start with me, Shorekeeper, for universal support, then Augusta for DPS punch, or Luno for specialized buffs. Skip Carlotta and Ciacoona unless they fit your team composition. And if the whispers of 2.7 call you, save for Galbrena or Qiuyuan. In the end, as I was unable to keep track of everything and I really forgot that I have a YouTube channel, may the shores guide your choices.
There is no